Keith Tkachuk with the comments on the radio. I'll tell you exactly what he said. I'm a little disappointed with the Panthers. They are a soft team, and they are getting everything they deserve right now. Does Keith Tkachuk deserve a little bit of an assist here for this run that the Cats are currently on?
You know, back in March, you guys were still really kind of fighting for a playoff spot. Your dad said, this Panthers team is soft.
Yeah.
I'm sure you heard it.
Yeah, we heard it, yeah.
Did you kind of agree at the time? I mean, what was your reaction? Because you guys kind of went on a roll after that.
Yeah, I don't really remember what I thought about at the time, but we had a stretch where we're not playing good, and it was all in the player. Like, he wasn't necessarily wrong when he was, like, what he was seeing out there. Like, we just looked fragile. It was right at that boiling point where if we let this slide a little bit more, we wouldn't be sitting here right now. Mm-hmm. And we caught it right at the right time. We're able to go on a nice run to end it off and get in by 1 point. So, yeah, it's probably the right time for something like that.
Back-to-back 100-point seasons for Matthew Tkachuk last year in Calgary. Here he comes and he scores! They got a great bounce, and Matt Tkachuk took advantage of it.
You said yourself the series against Boston, absolutely no one gave you a chance to beat them. Was there a moment or a turning point where you guys really thought, no, we've got this?
Going back before that game 5 in Boston kind of was when everything changed a bit with our mindset. Like, we weren't thinking about series, we were not thinking about, you know, the future, like what, you know, hopefully we can get this to a game 7 or whatever. It was just, why don't we just win a game and make them fly back down to Florida, which we know they'd not want to do.
Allmark out of his net, gives it away in the corner, thrown in front, loose puck, they score! Matthew Tkachuk! There will be a game 6 as Tkachuk wins it 6:05 into overtime.
Boys, remember this room. We'll be back here for 7.
Cousins 2-on-1 with Tkachuk. Nick Cousins shoots. Tkachuk scores with the rebound. There's going to be a game 7 Sunday in Boston.
Not one person on the planet thought we had a chance in this series, and now we're in a game 7, and who knows what's going to happen. I mean, I guarantee you, the only people that believe we're going to win in game 7 are the people in that room, and
I think that's kind of changed our playoff mindset where it's all like small goals now.
Just don't get too far ahead of yourself.
It's that's what made us successful and has to this point, and it's been exciting so far.
Tkachuk with Carlo, now Bennett. Verhaeghe shoots, he scores! Carter Verhaeghe did it! The Panthers have shocked the world!
We want Florida! We want Florida!
So after the Bruins series, you faced the Maple Leafs, you know, same thing, no one's giving you much of a chance to beat them. I'm just wondering, how much of a trash talker are you?
Not really.
No?
No, not really that much. Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty witty.
Cousins, waits, drags, shoots, scores! Game winner! Series clincher!
I don't think they want Florida that much anymore. Wasn't hearing many of those after that game, and that might be the best part.
Matthew Tkachuk, I gotta think, when you were in Winnipeg especially, like, he's the kind of guy that would drive you crazy. How great is it, though, to have him on your team?
He has been incredible to work with. Doesn't care who he plays with, doesn't care where he plays. He's an incredibly gifted guy, but that's not the best part of him. And I'm telling you this, and you think it's because the camera's on, right? And because we're doing a show. The best part of that guy is the way he treats the people around him. The way he treats his teammates, the way he treats the bus driver, the flight attendants, the people around, the time he has for these people. His parents did an unbelievable job with this guy.
Paul Maurice talked about how impressed he's been by you off the ice and just doing the right things. And I want to ask you, how much of that is from your mom and how much is from your dad?
Probably, I don't know, treating people the best way possible. It's probably from my mom, and I would say how I am around the rink and how I am with trainers and teammates. That all comes from my dad, because I mean, I know we're watching.
Yeah, say what we're watching right now.
We're watching Rod Brindamore with his sons out here. Like, I'm just having flashbacks.
Because that was you.
Yeah, like, this is crazy. Like 15 to 20 years ago, I was doing the exact same thing. Ever since I could skate, I would want to go to the rink and do this, and I really think that's what translated most. It was all what I grew up in.
You were used to it. You'd been around the
new.
NHL since you were a kid.
Exactly, and I think when Paul talks about that just being around the rink, that's what has probably helped me most, is growing up in it. and have my mom for how to treat people.
Brent Burns in his own zone. Slavin can't clear chance. Scores! Matthew Tkachuk puts it to bed, and Florida has won the opening game of the Eastern Conference Final.
When you think of after 6 seasons as a member of the Calgary Flames, in this past year you were MVP of the All-Star Game, you're a Hart Trophy finalist, and you're in the conference final of the Stanley Cup playoffs. As a kid, I mean, is this a kind of season that you dreamed of having?
Close to a dream.
Still something
it's very,
missing.
very close to a dream, and definitely do not want to stop until we can have a chance to achieve that.
It's what it's all about, the cup.
You don't want to get ahead of yourselves, but as an athlete, you're judged by championships, and that's all people care about, that's all I care about. You grow up and you dream about your day with the cup, and you dream about just that smile you have lifting up for the first time. So I'm lucky to be in this position with this franchise, with this organization. It's been an unbelievable year and unbelievable change for myself, and it's not over yet, which is a great thing, so still got a lot of hockey left.